Us today, we got Joe, Triggered Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
To try to get a matchup with a gun. Oh, goes the roof. Francis is gone.
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow.
It's very rare.
What a finish.
Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to goal. It's a knockout. Oh, my It's a knockout.
And he's closing it. Trying to finish it. And it's over.
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Buck is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it.
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Pearson. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the catches.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow. How good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy or not. That's in the Book of Brawl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
Gotta be very careful.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Sports Betting Show with your hosts, Triggered Joe, Send It 7 Pearson, and the Big Earl. UFC, NFL, if it's on, we're betting on it.
What's up, Trash Talkers? What's going on, Gruntworks Nation? We're here today, Saturday morning, to pick fights for you so you can make money. All right, now we got a special guest today. All right, we got two special guests today. All right, one of them is really intelligent. That's Jamie. The other one's a moron. His name's Jay. All right, but with all other morons, they usually are working on a different level than we are. Okay, so he has thought of an idea to buy a fire truck, and he did it. Okay, so he bought a fire truck, and he is going around driving it to Florida, trying to raise awareness for the 20-year war that we fought. And we want to throw a parade, and we want to have a 4-day weekend recognizing the GWAT boys and girls. All right. So that's Jay. Jay and I were Ranger buddies back in the day down in Florida. So it's a pleasure to have him on. And he brought on Jamie, who is going to be the fight expert for their group to pick against the two experts, who one of them went perfect again last week, and that's Joe.
Who is that?
Triggered Britson. All right. And then we have Bill Send It 7 Pearson. Yeah, he's an artillery guy, so we call him that. It is what it is. But anyways, Jamie,
Yo.
welcome to the Fight Pick Show. Take a couple minutes and explain what y'all got going on.
All right. So, hey, Nick, thanks for having us on, buddy. I'm not going to go in depth on your previous statement about me, but that being said,
why?
Kind
of true, huh?
About a month ago, I was fucking around online. And I accidentally bought a fire truck, and then I was at a bachelor party in Oklahoma. My buddy Nelson bought 100 acres up in Oklahoma, and that was what he wanted to do for his bachelor party. He's been wanting to run away from society for a while, so that was his step one, right? So from there, I fucking won I won it, right? So I was like sitting there with fucking 23 fucking pipe hitting snake eaters at a fire in Oklahoma, and I was just like, what the fuck? And a good buddy of mine, Morningstar, he's what embodies a hero in America. He's been just about everything. He's a firefighter. He's currently working as an agent for the Forestry Service, but he's done DOE contracting. He's a paramedic firefighter, and he's been in the Army twice. And I've had the fortune opportunity to have him on my team when I was in LURS. And anyhow, he's kind of the face of the company in all hero aspects. So he's going to be on our website soon. So I'll give him a little shout out. Morningstar, thanks for everything, brother. And stay tuned for that. I'm going to turn it over to Jamie, and she'll kind of go a little bit more in the weeds. But a couple statements I'd like to make is I want to get to the part where we don't have to make America great again, because like I was saying earlier, America is fucking great. And I'm capturing that on video, and I'm going to try to correspond that and keep that image as we come across America with our daily feed, with a little bit of daily feed of awesomeness or something like that we'll come up with on our site. But fast forward that a little bit. Also, like, show America how great America is, right? Like, we know we are awesome. We're the 90%. That 10% narrative that you get on CNN is, it's looking through somebody else's lens. So I want to look through my lens and America's lens at itself and show it that we are fucking cool as shit. And oh, by the way, we like to fucking party. And our 4-day for 9/11/2023 is a small ass when you think about the grand scheme of things. So that's kind of where we're at. And I was debating whether to call it a campaign or a movement. And I don't really want to call it a movement because that's a different paradigm shift that I want to go with. So I'm kind of steering more toward a campaign because it takes us to be us, right? Like the old FUBU concept. But I'm not going FUBU because it's America. It's fucking us. It's we the fucking people. We said it in our fucking founding words, and we just forgot that we don't need the government to tell us how to teach our kids what we want them to learn, right? You graduate high school and your fucking teacher doesn't even know how to tell you where oxygen comes from. We'll talk about diatoms later. I'm going to turn this over to Jamie, and she's kind of got the nuts and bolts of it. Go ahead, Jamie.
So Jay just reached out to me, former Army linguist, disabled veteran, wanting me to model his nonprofit after mine, which is integrity and transparency, instead of taking donation money and 80% of that going to overhead and administrative costs and things like that. The way I structured mine and the way I've structured Jay is that all donations go to the mission and to veterans, and we utilize investment funds, whether it's from crypto, which is how I've made mine, or other investments to bankroll the overhead and the administrative costs, but no paid board members, no, basically when people donate money, you want it to go to the people you're donating it to. So let's have some integrity and some transparency in our mission and make people realize that we're doing the good that they intend when they donate the money.
That's super cool. Where do people go to find you to donate? Because I know I shared it on our pages on Veteran Trash Talk and Gruntworks, but where do people go to support this mission and then yours as well? Which are all his
links. Yeah, all his links are on his link tree at heroesladder22.com. On that, you can access his ways, his map, his crypto commerce account, donate, Instagram, all the social media, all that's on his website.
Perfect. And what was your nonprofit again?
GIJamie.org.
Okay, GIJamie.org. We'll put that in the chat thread as well. But hey, that's awesome. And once this starts rolling, because we're obviously VTT is a big supporter of it. So those of you watching, thanks for watching again. And we do have our loyal guys and girls that watch every weekend. If you are anywhere on that route, okay, and you can somehow muster up some kind of support, doesn't have to be monetarily, right? If you can get the VFWs in your areas, the Legions,
some of the motorcycle clubs in the area. If you can get them on his route and then, maybe do a videotape, that would be super awesome. Because again, like we said at our show 2 years ago when we started, all right, we don't expect the government to fix any of our problems. All right. Should they? Sure. You can make arguments for that, but we're the ones that can take care of each other. We're the ones that are going to curb the veteran suicide rate. All right. We don't have a goal of ending it. All right. Because we think that's a bad goal. All right. Our goal is to lower it. All right. And if we can save one life a day, if we can get one veteran hired a day, then hey, we did a lot more than most people. Okay. So that's where all that energy comes from. I know a lot of you already know this, but hey, check out Jay's link tree at Heroes Ladder 22. All right. Check that out.
And hashtag the where's the parade, because that's the movement.
Okay, where's the parade? And then again, I'm going to be at the parade. I'm going. So we're going to have to rock this and have a great time with it, because I think after 20 years of war, maybe a couple pieces of confetti can come down from a building for those.
I want Miss America in Cadillac, dude. Miss America in Cadillac.
All right, there you go. I mean, maybe we'll get like your favorite celebrity is Caitlyn Jenner, so we'll get her. We'll get her in a Cadillac and get it going. But anyways,
well, in all honesty, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's once you guys get this movement moving faster, then we'll get you onto the Trash Talk Hour, and then we'll do a full episode on it. And when it's time to really get it energized, and we'll definitely support this all the way through. So guys, please go check it out. Now,
well, and also Nick, we're gonna put your stuff on our site too. Practice some synergy, because that's what we're kind of promoting as vets. And
can you spell synergy?
I looked it up, and I'll define it for you if you wish. But
we have a rule. No. I didn't know if you could spell it. We have a rule that you can't say words you can't spell. So,
hey Siri, how do you spell synergy?
Bang. That's how I remember my 9-line.
Yeah,
that's how he writes his evaluation reports.
Hey Siri.
Yeah, Stone Vet saying Oklahoma has a massive veteran community. That's where he's from. He does a show on Wednesday for us, so go check it out. And then go check out the Stone Vet. Again, Juan, if you weren't paying attention, we don't care what your state has unless Jay's driving through it. Then we care. Okay, so get everybody in there and then support the mission.
Jay, drive that bad boy to the Great White North. It's not that far.
I haven't even touched the steering wheel yet, except for the road, like just the PMCS's, motherfucker. Pardon my language, America.
No, that's
but
okay.
I fought for that Second Amendment right. Hey,
a little late for that.
Right. That's
a little late for that.
Yeah. We're past it.
I know, but if you say with all due respect, it's okay.
Yeah.
Hey Jamie, so what language?
That doesn't mean you can say anything you want about me.
What languages did you specialize in?
I speak Korean and Danish.
Very nice. So you spent some time in Monterey.
I did.
Oh, that's such a hard service job. Such a hard together. Thank you for your service in Monterey. We all appreciate it. So it was so difficult. But anyway, no.
Nick, I got.
They stick us infantry guys like in Georgia and shit. Like it's like thanks. I want to go to Monterey, but it is what it is.
I got a question for Jamie.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So before the show, we breezed right over it, but I thought I heard you say you've got a bit of a history with the fight game. I'd love to hear about it.
Started out Muay Thai and then moved into Jiu-Jitsu and competed nationally until my line of duty injury, which took me out. So I'm out of it now, but yeah, about 6-7 years.
Do you do the belt thing with BJJ? Like, are you a level?
We did, and we cross-trained blue and BJJ, and then Muay Thai and Judo and American and Greco-Roman as well.
I tell you, people don't understand. When you walk into a gym, a legitimate MMA gym, and people are wearing blue belts, you took a beating to get that fucking belt.
100.
Those are no joke. Even the white belts are getting it's such a humbling experience. And I mean, you took it farther than I ever did, but that's incredible.
I ended that career
no, you did not. You started it. Yeah, Nick will tell you, so I don't have to repeat it. He'll cover it later.
Yeah,
he says he separated my shoulder.
I 100% did.
So he said, or he did?
Hip toss. It was a hip toss on the grass, and I landed on my shoulder. Nick landed on top of me, and it came out.
Yeah,
but
isn't
that's incredible. That's awesome. That's a pretty cool resume. And
he said he did, or he did.
Yeah.
Hey,
the ground did.
Yeah, the ground.
The hitting the ground knocked it out. So I mean,
I would use the word what he's doing right now, but I don't know if I can spell
what, Bill?
it.
You're the champ. So what do you say? Do you think he did? Because it hit the ground.
What I'm saying, you sound
Jamie,
like all those kids who. You sound like all those kids who fail selection come back. They say I failed the run.
You don't fail selection. You just don't get selected.
No, you get a
Jamie, did you ever lose a fight?
Come on. Everybody loses.
Once, yeah.
Yeah, once, yeah. So,
but I fought up 3 classes. She was 180 and I was 114.
I will let you know that I've never lost an octagon.
Did you ever fight like competitive Muay Thai?
No.
You gotta step into the octagon.
I was gonna say that would be freaking crazy.
No, I am undefeated. I've been in an octagon before. I'm just saying.
It's
a factual statement. I've never lost an octagon.
Semantics.
So, but Joe, what were you saying now? Because we gotta get into fights here. What's going on? What's the question?
Yeah, no, we can go. Let's get into the fights. I was just talking fights. So.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's what the show's for. No,
rock and roll.
All right. So the first fight. All right. Now remember. Okay, let's go through this again. So those of you watching for the first time. All right. We don't advocate for gambling. If you don't have the money to gamble, don't do it. All right. And it's the same self-control we talk about with everything. And as a veteran, you're a minority. So don't be a stupid veteran because you make us all look bad. Okay. Don't gamble if you don't have money. Don't drink if you can't handle your booze, that kind of stuff. If you do have a little bit of scratch to throw on some parlays like we do, all right, pay attention to these fights. All right, they're going to bring in their locks. They're going to talk about their parlays. They'll talk about their DraftKings sleeper if you do that kind of stuff. But again, don't put all the money on the parlays because that's why Vegas has giant buildings. Parlays don't win most of the time. Pay attention to their locks, put some money on it, and you'll make some scratch. So pay attention all the way to the end. And while you're watching the show, if you go to gruntworksclothing.com or VeteranTrashTalk, shop.VeteranTrashTalk.com, you get a 10% discount. Use that code you see on the screen. Okay. First fight is a lightweight fight. And now, again, don't listen to what the Big Earl picks because unless you want to make some serious money, because I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. All right. So here we have this lightweight fight, and you got after all the research, I saw Mark Casey, right? All right, Diakasey at 14-5 versus Borshev. All right, Borshev at 6-1. Now, if you pay attention, if you actually do the research like I do, all right, you'll see that Mark doesn't spell his name right. Okay, there's supposed to be a K in Mark, and Mark decided to leave the K out. And as the Big Earl has found out that anybody with an Eastern European name, Borshev, okay, obviously he's from Ukraine. Okay, you know what has a K in it? Ukraine. All right, so Borshev is going to win by first round knockout. And let's start with the chat. Let's start with our guest, G.I. Jamie. Do you see Borshev fighting for Ukraine and winning?
Second round knockout.
Borshev?
Yep.
Yeah, Nick, you might have stumbled ass backwards into the right pick there, buddy. Yeah, I think we're all going same way.
All right, so
G.I. statement. I'm okay with it.
G.I. Jamie's got Borshev second round knockout, and then we do have a contest going on. I think Bill's up by 3 points. All right, and so
it's been so long. I stopped.
It's been so long we stopped counting, and Joe gets triggered every time I call Bill the champ.
We did take like a 6-month break on it,
right?
Too,
so we have Bill the champ in the point lead. How do you see this fight going?
Exactly what Jamie just said. Second round TKO, and I also have Borshev as my lock.
Oh, there you go.
The alarms. Hit the alarms.
So yeah, I mean, DK's has shown he can be chinny, if you will, and Borshev's got that knockout power. I think just because they're lightweights, they'll last that first round. They're not packing that much power, but I'd say under 1.5. Borshev TKO, and again, Borshev is one of my locks.
Perfect. All right, Trigger Joe, what say you?
You know, just for separation purposes, I was leaning late first, early second. I'm gonna say he gets it done in the first. Yeah, this dude, Borshev's striking arsenal is absolutely levels above Diakasey. I don't even say his name right, but
doesn't matter. He doesn't
I just didn't like the way he looked in his last fight at all, man. And Slava Claus, which is his nickname, is on his way up, and I just don't see this guy surviving. So I'd take him first round knockout.
All right, perfect. Now we can just jump right into the favorite fight that I saw on the fight card, because it's rare that I actually know the fighter on the card. But I know this guy, okay, because this is the Big Earl's guy. This guy's made the Big Earl a lot of money against Send It 7 and Trigger Joe. All right, and they'll tell you that you never pick against the guy who's got 700 fights. Okay, so you have
always pick against the guy with some
Latifi. Latifi, it's a heavyweight fight. Latifi's coming in at 16-8, and he's going against my guy Olenek. All right, who's
Nick? You have never made money betting against us with Olenek.
59, 16, and 1. Well, no, because I don't really bet my picks.
Confusing your Eastern Bloc fighters.
Am I? No, Olenek's like the 80-year-old with 100 fights, like Jay. He looks like Jay.
Yeah, but he's 74 and 9,000 in his last 9,000. Like, he's been knocked out so many fucking times. Yeah.
That's why he's gonna win. He's the old man. You can just keep hitting him. He's just gonna punch you right back. All right. So Olenek, I'm going first round. All right, KO, and it's gonna happen real fast. So just pay attention. Jamie, what say you?
Same.
Whoa!
He's going in fast. He's going in fast today.
Oh, the guest
get in on the betting.
You get it on the betting as far as like the contest, you mean?
Yeah.
So we do
How
it.
do I get in on that?
We do it when we usually bring a guest on, but we're using this time to promote your Heroes Ladder 22. But if you were to come on again, or if you want to do it today, come on and pick against the experts, then you either got to buy a shirt if you lose, or we support your organization if you lose. So either way, it works out that way. Only one person has beat these guys. All right. And that was Yako. All right, Yako Willink, who started. Jay, you know Yako Willink, don't you?
Kalele.
Yeah, we used to roll.
No, Jocko Kalele. Jocko Kalele.
Oh, okay.
You're getting them mixed up with Jocko.
Jocko, yeah, my fault. Hey, it's early in the morning. Okay. So
it is a corner man, Jamie, for several fighters, and he picked Rose to KO Waylay, and we picked Waylay, and that's how he beat us.
I picked Rose.
That was that fight card. He picked her to knock out. I was like, that was a hell of a pick, man, because they were picking that girl to blow through Rose. I was happy to lose that bet.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, GI Jamie, you're game. Are you game for today?
All right, I'm in.
Okay.
I'm
She's
going them down. We're scoring them as we go.
She's
Jamie.
going Olenek first round, staying with Trigger Joe. What say you?
Yeah, we're gonna get separation real quick.
Yep.
Olenek is not. I do not believe Olenek is gonna knock out Latifi. I think Latifi's biggest problem here is if he goes in sloppy, and he's gonna try and grapple with Olenek, but you pick your poison with that guy. Keep in mind the average age in this fight between the two of them would be 41. Olenek is 44 years old. He's taken some serious damage in his last 5. I don't even really like watching him get punched because you're just watching the CTE be exacerbated. But oh man, there's only one way to go with Olenek, and that's by sub. And I'm gonna go ahead and say Latifi's not stupid enough to go to the mat with him enough to get. And I think Latifi's gonna knock him out.
All right.
God Almighty. It's so tough because these he's not like out artist, and these heavyweights second round they start getting real slow. So I'll say you know what? Let me be different. I'll just say Latifi wins the decision.
Latifi by decision. Bill,
he stays
the champ. Yeah. What say you?
Bill's gonna pick
Here's
something
the
different.
thing with Olenek. I'm fairly confident he's only fighting for beer money.
Horse meat money.
Horse meat, yeah.
Why this guy is still fighting, I will never figure out. So I'm gonna go with Latifi, TKO, first round. I think hopefully Olenek doesn't die.
Yeah, I don't like seeing guys that old take so much punishment, but
yeah, so we'll go with Latifi first round knockout.
All right, there you have it. So GI Jamie, just some background. These guys don't like old people, right? They've always hated picking old fighters, and the Big Earl comes at him with the old man.
That being said, the guy we're betting on is 38.
Is he? I don't even know. So like I said, all my research I do, it's next level stuff. You guys need to get on it. All right.
So, I have too many red buttons in here.
Yeah, too many red
buttons.
I'm
so glad Bill has to pick the next fight first. I'm so glad.
All right. So here we got a flyweight. What's up, Jay?
No, I was thinking I could honk this horn every time we get a fight pick buzzer beater, and I'm in the middle of a parking lot full of truckers. I don't know. Let me see what happens.
Hey, just send it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, he turned it off.
Just
No,
send it.
Bill's
You turned it
smart,
off.
no.
So there you go.
Bill's
Those who
smart.
just got on, Jay bought a fire truck. All right. Jay's an old Ranger buddy of mine, and he's
I'll show it to you.
yeah, he's you can pay attention
To
to that, I guess, if
continue
you
the
want.
stereotype that veterans are giant children.
Yeah.
Somebody
So
we
walked
went and
up
got
gave
the
me a
Tonka truck.
110-foot ladder, dude.
Yeah, so he got a fire truck, and he wants to throw a parade. Well, he doesn't want to. He wants all of us to throw a parade, and we're going to. So next year, parade's coming. Make sure you guys get in Heroes Ladder
Nick,
22.
Hey, Nick, I'll let you drive the
Oh,
tiller.
look at that.
Actually, Jamie's gonna drive that tiller, dude. She's breaking her back for us right now. So again, man, I'm not gonna pitch it, but this is the fire truck, bro, and we're gonna turn it into overhaul. I got Bill on the flag, dude. He's in America mode right now, so he's gonna hashtag this motherfucker and see what happens.
Nice, that's awesome. So
We're gonna
okay,
be riding down the street. So look for us with these flags hanging out the back of our truck.
yeah, you're dropping down to the 10 after Vegas, right?
Yeah, that's the right. And I think we're either gonna head to you or Dallas. I don't know what that leg looks like. This truck
Yeah, if
only
you
goes
stop in El
60 miles an
Paso,
hour.
obviously Fort Bliss is a good area to stop too, and we'll get that all pumped up. All right.
Hey, Nick, I'm gonna get off here. Let Jamie take the con, dude. I'm out, man. You guys have a good.
No, you
Thanks for
stay
having me
on.
All right,
So-
I'm hanging out then.
All right, so you got the flyweight fight, and you got Askarov, okay, coming in at was that 16-1 or 14-1, something like that.
14-0-1.
14-0-1, yeah, and then you got Kai Kara France at 23-5. Now, guys, this is allegedly a dude, okay, and he names himself Kai Kara. All right, and I don't know what's going on with that, but it's definitely strategic. And he has I got some intel, all right, from his camp that he has been working on a new type of submission, and it goes hand in hand with Kai Kara. All right, he is literally gonna neck massage Askarov to submission. So I got Kai Kara France first round sub by neck massage. G.I. Jamie, you see it going that way?
I'm gonna say second round by decision. That's what I'm going with. Kai Kara.
Second round.
Jamie and I know exactly what's going on. Second round sub. Second round sub by Kai Kara France.
Okay.
That's awesome. All right. So Bill.
All right, Bill.
The champ.
Hey, Jamie, you know we can't be too close to Nick, right? Like we got to keep our space.
Well, no, she's actually thinking about the fights. I got no idea. So,
Hey,
Bill.
in the words of Chris Horn, if you want to keep him around, don't make him your selling.
Yeah, true.
Shout out, Chris Horn. Thanks, brother. You're a hero to me. Thank you.
All right, champ. What you got?
All right, so this one is actually interesting. Askarov is a minus 400 as of 10 minutes ago. I don't agree with those odds. I think they should be a lot closer. However, I'm still going to go with Askarov by decision. I think Kai Kara France has it to go to distance. I don't see him being finished, but I think Askarov is just too good. I think it'll be a 29-28 fight. I don't think he's going to take all 3 rounds, but I'm going to go with Askarov by decision.
Awesome.
But
Now,
if you want to take Kai Kara France as a DraftKings sleeper, that's not a bad move either, because he's going to get you points for cheap.
There you go. And remember, if you ever fallen asleep to a neck massage, it happens. All right, and that's how it's going down. Yeah.
Ranger loves that.
Trigger Joe, what say you?
Yeah, I'm with Bill on this one. I do believe that this fight, I believe this fight should be more of a 2-1. I think Askarov should be like a minus 200. Kai Kara France, his nickname's Don't Blink for a reason. He went out there and knocked out Cody Garbrandt like he said he would, viciously. He's given up a little bit of height here. He's actually got a longer reach. But Askarov is just too tough, man. That draw is to Brandon Moreno. Yeah. Okay, so he fought the champ and fought him to a draw. So Askarov is just too good, but this is legitimately a title contender fight. The winner of this fight's either going in a title eliminator or getting a title shot. And I like Askarov. His wrestling's too good. I think he wins on control time. And just like Bill's got it, 29-28. But with Kai Kara France, if you're going to bet him and you want to clear the house, bet him by KO because he's already plus 310. All right. I'm throwing $5 on him by KO. Why not? Because that's what that dude does. He fucking sleeps people. but Askarov
Right,
never
so
been
it's a
finished,
good hedge bet,
obviously.
yeah.
And I like Askarov to grind his decision here.
All right, so those of you who don't
Probably
understand what a
fighting
hedge
tonight, by
bet
the way.
is, or those who don't understand what a hedge bet is when you have a parlay and let's say you have Askarov in it, okay, to win, all right, and you're afraid that this fight could go the other way. You pick how it's good, you think it's going to end, and you pick the other guy to win that way, and you put a small portion of your parlay on that, and that way, if that actually does ruin your parlay, at least you get paid. It's called a hedge bet. All right, the next fight is a welterweight fight, and you got Brown coming in here at 25-18, and then you got Barbarina or barbacoa. That's Spanish for like pork, right?
Let me, Nick,
carnitas.
pause.
What?
Matt Brown is our boy George Pardo's bestie. They're fighting in Columbus, Ohio, and Matt Brown is like Dale Earnhardt in Kannapolis in Columbus. He's a guy. So I'm just saying, before you make your pick.
Is that why? Well, that's
and George will probably be there supporting his boys.
Well,
so does George owe us another shirt?
It'll take, George does owe us another shirt, but it'll take George about 5 minutes to try to come back to whatever I'm going to say because he's just going to say for 10 fucking minutes. All right.
I'm going to tell him one more time. Hey, we got a heavyweight. His name's Send It 7. You keep talking about wrestling. I'll come with Bill. Get a guy in my weight class. We'll send Bill.
Those of you who haven't checked out Veteran Radio Syndicate, all right, go check them out. George runs that, and he has a lot of good content on that platform. So go check out Veteran Radio Syndicate.
Just saying, he always wants to grapple. We got to heavyweight.
He likes to hug men.
Yeah, Barbarina
or women, Jamie.
16-8. Yeah, we don't care who you cuddle with, man or girl, doesn't matter. Okay, so after doing all the research, all right, I've found out that Brown is related to Governor Brown in California, and as the saying goes, if it's brown, you flush it down. So I'm gonna go Barbarina first round KO because he also has Sergeant Major hair. Okay, his haircut says parade rest. Okay, that's what it says. So that guy is gonna kill Brown. All right, G.I. Jamie, what say you?
Brown second round knockout.
There she is.
Garbage. All right, hey, you Trigger Joe, what you got?
Yeah,
I would like to say I'm a sergeant major and I have wonderful hair.
Yeah, but you're artillery. All right, nobody stands at parade rest for artillery sergeant majors.
They stand at Parentian.
Yeah, I look at your like, what is that? Is that a cab? All right, and then it's like, and I just keep walking.
Hey, I'm a JTAC. I kill them wholesale. You kill them one at a time.
Hey, yeah. Jay had to work with some JTACs, but
I like to hide in holes with them. They're good to talk to. They're smarter than the average guy.
All right, so Joe, who you got?
Hey, shout out Walter Watts, JTAC.
I'm rolling with Jamie on this one. Matt Brown in Columbus against Brian Barbarina. I don't think so.
Don't
no
think
way.
It's gonna happen.
No way. I've seen Matt Brown fight in Ohio. You got to kill this guy. He will not. And Brown, I've seen Barbarina in his last couple fights. He's so soft now. He's 32. He looks like he's 64. He's so fight old and he's soft to the body. I've seen I saw him in his last fight taking body punches and it was like an old man, like, oh, come on, ow. Like it really fucking hurts. And if he thinks that was bad, Matt Brown on the inside is an animal. He is a fucking savage and he is going to rip this dude's head off in front of a crowd and blow the roof off the place. I got Matt Brown by brutality in the second round.
Finish
KO, just like Jamie.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
It's going to be ground and pound. It's going to be a lot of them.
Let's go to the champ. Let's say the champ.
Same thing.
Ring the bell. Ring the championship bell. All right, this is where you put your money on.
Ding,
pay attention.
No, I'm not going to
say gong.
Only because Joe kind of hit on it. Matt Brown is just a savage in the ring. He just likes blood and he likes hurting people.
Love that dude.
And he's got one of the, I think he's one or two in most finishes in UFC history. I mean, he's just an animal. And Barbarina's just gone soft. And then, I mean, having that hometown crowd does help unless you're Derek Lewis. So yeah, Matt Brown, second round TKO for sure. He's just too much of an animal.
Derek Lewis really has let him down in Houston a couple times, hasn't he?
No, he sucks.
He's late. He's late.
Derek Lewis is better not at
family.
home.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not funny, but it's funny.
No, it is. It is. Those hometown
Sorry,
fights.
not sorry.
Hey, let me touch on something about Matt Brown real quick. You know, our boy George, we talk a lot of shit to him because it's fun. He's a Buckeye. But him and Matt Brown are trying to start a thing where they call it coffee with vets. And Matt Brown has basically said, I don't know how we can get to him. And we were getting to the point where we're helping him. I got COVID, pneumonia, and I was hospitalized, and the whole thing kind of fell apart at the moment. And then we had Christmas. So but these guys are actually in the fight and actually are trying. Yeah, right. These guys are in the fight and actually trying to do stuff with vets and be proactive in their areas. So love Matt Brown, and I can't wait to fucking meet the dude. And I'll be rooting for him, man. I cannot wait to see this fight.
Yeah, we'll take Matt Brown on that. Yeah, what do you want to say, Jay?
Well, I was just going to say.
Jesus Christ, Jay, say it.
Just say it, Jay.
I'm working on.
Jay, why aren't you saying it?
Because I'm waiting my turn, like you told me to.
Raise your hand, Jay. You can raise your hand on Zoom.
You amazing American, you.
I told you I could.
I want to hug you. I want to go to bed with you in a sleeper choke of some sort.
Yeah. George.
Yeah. Jamie and I are working on this thing called Knights of the Ladder right now, where we're going to put together a model, kind of like an S-Shop model.
Court, buddy.
So the nights, night one will be like IT, shit like that. And then Jamie's night two, that's kind of security, vetting process, protocol. And then going on, operations, daily operations, I got a guy for that too. So we're going to build this round table, basically a side hustle. We're just going to pull our swords out, put them on the table, and we're going to do Zooms like this with veterans. So when they want to stand up an LLC, like Nick, you came to me and you wanted to talk about like how to openly be, how you are. Like, I won't mention it on air, but anyhow, you want to start a fencing company, you want to insert X, right? Whatever. We're going to take you from website development all the way through the entire facet to include social media marketing and all that shit. And then Jamie's good with the taxes and the EIN and LLC stuff. So we're going to basically be a one-stop shop for vet. We're not going to take any profits off the top, let you get in work for a couple years or a year. And I don't know what that financial model looks like yet, but it really kind of is just like, hey, get off the ground. Once you start making some money, we'll work out the financials later.
For sure. Yeah, we like that. So Knights of the Round Table is a good ring to it. But yeah, I remember.
It's Knights of the Ladder, Nick.
Knights of the Ladder. Sorry. Yeah, but that just shows you how much I was actually paying attention to you. Now, no, I remember, Joe. I remember you guys talking about this. About
your buddy heard your voice, Nick. He had to come say hi.
Yeah. So about 6-7 months ago, you guys talked about that with George and Matt Brown. So hey, we'll tag Matt Brown on this, and maybe after he wins tonight, he'll respond, and then we'll get it going and see if we can help.
Tag him saying I've got the better looking George.
Yeah, for sure. Thank God he got mom's looks. All right. So anyways,
George is prettier than your George.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. George. The next fight is a co-main, right? And it's a women's flyweight fight. And you got Wood at 50. Is it a guy?
No, female fight.
Yeah, so I thought 15-7 versus Grasso at 13-3. So there's, like I said, if you look into, I believe in what's it called, symbology, or what's the symbolism? Symbolism. So I had to correct
motherfuckers.
I had to correct Jay on symbology.
Georgie, don't say that word, Georgie.
It has nothing to do with what he just said, and I was able to correct him in a Boondock Saints way. You mean what's the symbolism? All right.
I think I go with.
Yeah. So the symbolism behind Grasso means I got Grasso submission with the move called the lawnmower. Okay. So Jamie, do you see Grasso winning second round by the lawnmower?
I don't. And Grasso's my favorite, but I think it's going to be Wood. Her Muay Thai, her stand up is just so much stronger, and Grasso's had a lot of surgeries this year. She's kind of on the rebound, so I just don't see it happening, but she is my favorite.
All right.
You're taking Joanne?
Yeah, I'm taking Joanne's second round knockout.
Not by lawnmower. All right.
No, I don't foresee the lawnmower being the kill move on this one.
All right. So there you have it from GI Jamie. All right. Staying with the champ. Who you got?
Easy, Grasso.
Oh, another separator. Woo! I have to buy 3 t-shirts, GI Jamie.
I mean, she's on a 2-fight win streak, and once she did the Macy Barber in February, proved that she's ready to go again. And Macy is one of the top fighters. She's fighting on the pay-per-view next month. But I'm going with Grasso by decision. I'm not telling you to take the over on this because I got burned on 2 female fights in a row off of taking the over. But take Grasso money line. You're gonna have to throw it in a parlay. I think she's a minus 450 this morning. She's still in the 4s, I believe.
She's not that. No, she's not that high, Bill. It's minus 240 right here. You're thinking of Marion Ferreau. You're thinking of the Marion Ferreau fight. This one's a little bit closer.
Yeah, I think if you
I'm sorry, she's a minus 275.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Take on MGM. So, but either way, take Grasso decision.
There you have it. So I think before we go to Joe's pick here, if we just put $5 on Jamie's parlay, we're gonna make some money because she's got some underdogs happening here. I like it. So Trigger Joe, what say you?
I see where Jamie's pick. I see why. With Joanne, she used to go by Joanne Calderwood, and for some reason I don't understand the shortening of it. Why, if she just did it because she wanted to, but there was no hyphen. All of a sudden her name just got spelled differently. But I've always been a big fan of Joanne's. But man, I'm not against Grasso. I think Grasso, her volume, even though she lands less strikes per minute according to ESPN, I think her volume is going to beat Joanne's. And if they grapple at all, Joanne has a real problem on the ground. She doesn't have a ground game. She's a Muay Thai fighter. So
all of her losses are submissions.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. I don't believe she finishes Joanne. I don't think she can. But I believe she wins a 29-28 decision where Bill and I are both biting our nails or tapping our foot because these judges are crazy. But I probably won't bet this fight. I'll bet it once, but I'm not going to put it in as a locker in all my parlays just because female fighting, the judging is still in its infancy. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Excuse me, Georgie. Only daddy talks that way. But yeah, I like Grasso here by decision. And yeah, this one does make me a little bit nervous. So I see where Jamie's going with that.
All right, perfect. There you have it with the co-main. Now let's jump into the main event. And we got a heavyweight fight. We got Blades. Blades coming in at 15-3. I don't even know.
No Blades, no boss.
I don't know how you lose 3 times with a name like that. But Blades versus Dawkins at 12-4. Now, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to social media, but have you seen the resurgence of Blade? Right? There's been this big movement about how Blade, the movie, right, has, was actually the first real superhero, like high tech film. All right. So I got Blades, all right, winning with, it's called a wood stake strike to the chest. Okay, in straight Blade style, like a vampire. So I got Blades first round wood stake strike to the chest. G.I. Jamie, what say you?
Blades third round decision.
Third round decision.
Decision or submission, Jamie? Because it's going
Decision.
It's a 5-rounder.
Oh, okay.
She has to
no,
reevaluate.
give him knockout. Give him knockout. He's gonna get him tired.
Decision.
Nope, knockout third round. Is that or is it? Okay? So we got Blades
in the third.
KO third round. All right, and now we go to Joe. Trigger Joe, what say you on the main event?
Well, there was a lot of people when I said Aspinall by submission last week that were like, what? Well, I do believe Tom Aspinall went out and subbed Volkov. Once again, Dawkins on the ground. He's gonna look like he's 2 weight classes lighter. Blades is huge for a heavyweight. He's a giant human being, super athletic. Yes, he got slept by Derek Lewis, but Dawkins is not Derek Lewis. He took Francis Ngannou's best punch off the back of the year and still was able to get to his feet off after that. So I don't think Dawkins' hands are going to make a difference here. He's too small. I think he's given up 4 inches of reach. Blades throws more strikes per minute, and I don't think he's going to really have to. I think he's going to be able to bully him with his wrestling, and I'm calling another submission. I'm saying Blades sub third round.
Third round. Okay, perfect. All right, to the champ, Bill. What you got?
Shit, I went back and forth on this one a lot. Only on finish. It's going to be Blades.
George agrees.
Joe's right. He might pull off a submission. I think Dawkins' jiu-jitsu is good enough to not be submitted, but I think Blades' wrestling is going to be too good, and I think Blades is going to grind him out. So I kind of wanted to go with the TKO off of just that ground and pound, but I'm gonna go with the decision on this one. Joe might be right. I think Dawkins will get tired way before Blades will. Blades just has that wrestler's cardio, which is people who know the fight game, that's different. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Blades decision.
All right,
I'm double chancing it, Bill. I'm double chancing him on FanDuel submission or points. So I that would be my other choice. If he can't sub him, Blades isn't a knockout artist type of guy. And Dawkins is stand up. He's just I believe he's gonna hold him down for a long time.
You know, people talk about Blades being knocked out, but he's also been knocked out by two guys that have knocked out everybody. So I mean, being knocked out by Francis Ngannou and Derek Lewis is not a bad thing.
He also stood directly up after that Ngannou punch. He didn't get planted by it. It was a stoppage. But yeah, Lewis caught him with the perfect punch, man. He was going into it.
That was that uppercut, right?
Jamie, how devastating is it when somebody shoots a takedown and catches an uppercut coming in when the other guy's planted? I mean, it's lights out.
It rocks your shit.
Yeah. It penciled him, stiffened him like a pencil.
All right, perfect. For those of you who just woke up on this Saturday morning, all right, I know it's an early show. We will release the podcast audio very shortly after this, so you can listen to it as well and pick the fights. But this is the important part. So if you just woke up or you just turned on, this is the right time. This is the right time.
Yeah.
We're going to go with our parlays, our locks, and our DraftKings sleepers. So, Bill, stay with the champ. Give us your locks, your parlays, and your DraftKings sleeper.
Okay. My three locks. Borshev off the main card. Then going to the prelims, I'm going to give you Faro. The female fight. She's going to win that one. Heavy favorite. And there's another fight that's like a minus 1100, so it's not going to make you money unless you put it in a long parlay. There's a guy named Kizriev. He was supposed to fight somebody else. That fighter dropped out, so now he's got a last-minute stand-in. Another guy's just fighting to make Dana happy. So Kizriev is like a minus 1150 right now. So you're going to have to throw it in a long parlay. Those are my locks. DraftKings sleepers. Like I said earlier, you can go with Diakaze. He'll get you points and it'll be cheap. Believe it or not, Matt Brown, that fight is like minus 110 to minus 110. So he'll be relatively cheap, and Matt Brown is definitely going to get you points and strikes. So take Matt Brown. All right, here's my two parlays. Parlay one is a little bit of the safer one. You go with Grasso, Askarov, Latifi, Faro. And if you want to get a little ballsier, go with Rosa Magni, or Magni, however you want to pronounce it, and Kizriev. Parlay two would be Faro, Grasso, Askarov, Latifi, Magni, Blades, Borshev.
Ooh, that's a long one. All right. So remember, guys, so you new bettors out there, don't put all your money on that long one. All right. Just put a little bit on there. All right. And then put your money on the locks and other stuff. But okay. Was that it, Bill?
Yep. That's it.
All right. Now to Joe. Let's hear it. Locks, parlays, DraftKings sleeper.
Okay. All right. Locks. Definitely. I got Curtis Blades as one of my locks. I just don't see him losing this fight. I also have Marion Firo as one of my locks on the early prelims over Jennifer Maia. And I'm going to go ahead and say, obviously that Kizriev, that fight, it's almost worthless to bet, but he's definitely going to win that fight. You really got to do your research and dig it up on that. Tululian is who he's fighting. I wish Nick had to say that name. But yeah, unless you're picking him by type finish, and I just don't really know. So I might put him in as a double chance KO submission thing to spice it up, but that's the only way I'm betting him. So here's my parlay. I'm going to stick with what works. Oh, and by the way, my DraftKings sleeper is Mateus Nicolau on the early prelims over David Dvorak. He's a plus 105, and I like him to win going away. So, all right. I'm going to stick with what's been working, Nick. I'm 12 for 12 on my last two main cards. So here's my parlay, straight up the main card. Borshev, Latifi, Askarov, Brown, Grasso, Blades. That's that. I'm playing that one. Nick, we already have a bet in for that one.
Boom. Making money.
So if you want to go ahead and do the prelims, that Kizriev double chance, yep, we'll throw it in there. Rosa over Sarah McMahon. Sarah McMahon's it's time to stop. I like Neil Magny to maul Max Griffin. It's just a bad matchup for this dude. Magny's just a very intense grappler, and he's going to be all over him. So I'm going to go one more time. This is Kizriev, Firo, Rosa, Magny, Borshev, Askarov, Brown, and Blades.
Yes.
And I'm gonna have to rewatch that to write it down, but that's it. There you go.
All right, so there you have it, bet fans and fight fans, UFC fans, all alike, or just people who just want to gamble. That's Jay. Jay just likes to gamble. And
well,
so
Nick, I appreciate you having me on here, Nick. Especially
hold on, you'll get. We're gonna get you a word here. So for the trash talk hour today, 12 o'clock, we got Ali coming on. Ali Palmer, West Point guy. He's got a bunch of businesses they started up and some knowledge for that. But the funny part of today's show, all right, and we have JC Glick coming on as a guest host. And we're going to talk about the Army's wokeness and how the ACFT did get changed because people just didn't want to do one fucking leg tuck. So we're gonna talk about that. That should be fun. And because I guess if you can't do a leg tuck, you could still fight worse. But it is what it is. So it's going to be a fun show. Again, if you just tuned in or you're just listening at the end here, go back and listen to the beginning. All right, where we help promote this great cause, that Heroes Ladder 22. That Jay has started. He bought a fire truck. So go to heroesladder22.com, right? And check out the link tree, check out the route. If you can support in any way, either message them, all right, or message the Big Earl, all right, Big Earl at VeteranTrashTalk.com, and we'll synergize all of our efforts and make this happen. So we usually give Bill the last word, which we still will. So the second to last word, G.I. Jamie and Jay, the floor is yours for a couple minutes.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Thanks for having us on this morning, guys, and being involved. Appreciate your input and look forward to seeing how this evolves next year in New York City.
Heck yeah, we're gonna blow it up. Jay, what's
okay? So
not literally New York City.
Nope. So me in closing, I guess. It's about the hashtag. Where's the parade, Nick? I mean, the Heroes Ladder it's a salute. It's my personal contribution to those in public service, and that's just those everyday heroes that you don't have to ask to go above and beyond to get some service. That, you know what I mean? That you know, it's that person that you meet in the day that just fucking kills it and just makes your day a lot easier and better. So I mean, it's hashtag Where's the Parade. Please get on that movement, because that's ultimately America saying it's time for us to celebrate. I want confetti in my face falling from skyscrapers. And if you have any influencers in your network, and this is for everybody listening, firefighter, police officer, border patrol alike. I've got Pashaw down in the southern portions of America doing some border patrol stuff, but he's deep in engaged with some vet stuff. So he's reaching out there. So anybody in our network, please feel free to email us on the website or heroesladder22@gmail. And we're getting organized now. We're in the infancy. So as we gain more traction, we'll add more content, and I'll start releasing stuff slowly but surely, but I don't want to rush to failure. A buddy of mine had informed me that, you know, it's a great idea. Don't fly it inside of the mountains. So we're kind of trying to slow it down a little bit until I get home with the fire truck. And that way we can turn that thing into overhaul and be ready to service our communities with the truck and spread the word. Where's the parade? Because I'd like to get that 4-day locked in. If I have to be the only fire truck going down the route of the Macy's Day Parade, then there I will be. And Nick, you're more than welcome to drive. You're welcome to drive that tiller, brother.
I will be there with you for sure. All right, so let's end it with Bill. Bill, big shout out to Gold Star Teen Adventures. Let's make it happen.
Again, I always ask everybody to go to Gold Star Teen Adventures, donate as much money as you can. It's a company based out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Again, they take all your money goes towards taking kids of our fallen on deep sea fishing trips, deep sea diving trips, rock climbing, hunting trips, everything to do to get these kids together and realize that they're not alone. Not only are their parents not forgotten, but these kids aren't forgotten either. Again, they've won several awards for being one of the top charities. So please take your money, donate to our Gold Star kids, and let them have fun together with other Gold Star kids.
All right, so there you have it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I just got last year on my birthday. The best part about it, and my birthday's coming on Thursday. Nick, yours is on Tuesday, right? I picked Gold Star Century Teen Adventures, and anybody that reads about them, it's like, if you got $5, how can you not? I mean, these are our brothers and sisters' kids. I mean, think about guys like Chad Thornton, who adopted 2 girls because he promised his buddy he would and raised them. Like, the bond there is they're so special to us that I would rather the money go nowhere else. And this year I'm trying to hit $2,000 and I'm going to post a video the night before my birthday to try and get attention to it. So I love that cause, and just wanted to caveat off of what the old Sergeant Major had to say.
Perfect.
Hey, Sergeant Major, I got a question for you. I remember being in the formations and the hat comes around, the 501(c)(3) hat, you know, like donate. And I remember there being big crickets in the formations as to what to donate to so you can get off work by 12 o'clock on a Friday. And I guess, where do we steer the narrative in the, like, as we start to organize, how do we get that into the formation so they know what they're donating to?
Hey, let's say, Jay, for the sake of time, that's a great point, but let's get into that conversation on a separate podcast. Let's talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that with Bill, and like I said, when we'll get you on a Trash Talk Hour, or we'll record it. We'll just record one and we'll get that conversation going. Maybe we could do it with the Ranger one. That would be a good time. But yeah, that's a great point, and I do want to get to that, but we are running out of time. So check out the show today. Get your fight picks in, and remember, with this Heroes 22 mission, all right, Heroes Ladder 22, Gold Star Teen Adventures. If you sit there and bash the VA, or if you sit there and bash the DOD, all you're doing is talking. All right. You're just wasting time. All right. Get in the game, make something happen. Because those of you who were successful in the military know damn well that almost all of your successes, you needed support around you, but you had to take the steps forward. All right. You're the one that had to go do the training that nobody else wanted to do to set yourself ahead of your peers. Okay. So get out there, get your skin in the game, make something happen. See you guys in a couple hours on the Trash Talk Hour.